Sideshow Con 2025 is officially in the books, and I want to know what you guys thought about the event, the format, and of course the new reveals. Hey, it's Chris the Batman Statue Collector. Welcome back once again to Brotherhood of the Bat Collectibles. And I felt the event was a little bit ho-hum, except for Friday. Friday it got really interesting, of course, as a Batman guy, as a Batman and Marvel guy. I was really excited to see the superheroes one. Now, of course, we did get to see some really cool things that were revealed. Not as many as I was hoping. I think the community was definitely hoping for a lot more. But, you know, a lot of the stuff we've already seen before. But on Friday, we got to see some new stuff, and that was really exciting. So I am going to be reacting to some of the new things that we saw on Friday specifically. I'm not going to talk about the rest of the week. We'll probably do that on a future Rogues Gallery Live, but I want to focus on the stuff that I'm most interested in, and if you're watching this, maybe chances are you are as well. So I've got it all queued up, and we're just going to do a little reaction to the video, and this video is, of course, courtesy of Sideshow Collectibles. So here we go, 3, 2, 1. All right, so obviously this was the big reveal for me too, is that we have the Tweeterhead bus, and I'm very excited about the third scale bus that they are doing. Obviously here we have Clayface, we have Riddler, and we have Catwoman. Now, behind the scenes, I've been able to see these in development over the last year or so, and to finally see them painted up, and in this presentation, it's very exciting. And the Catwoman that we're seeing is that classic Catwoman. I think Tweeterhead nailed the look of this. And obviously, too, you can only get these at Sideshow, and Catwoman is up for pre-order right now, so I've got the link down below if you're interested, okay? I love the color choices. I like that classic Tweeterhead feel. You can just really tell these are Tweeterhead pieces, and I just think, again, they just nailed these. I love the idea of all of these together. I like that they're all having the same base. You guys know I've been collecting some J&D lately. I like the idea of the same base. Once I now have it in the collection, they have that great Gotham stylized base, and I just think they look all really great together. Obviously Catwoman again has that swoop to her, and I think she's gorgeous. But this is the one I'm most excited about, the Riddler. I absolutely love this. This is like my perfect Riddler. Obviously we have the Sideshow premium format coming out soon. Should be releasing, probably shipping sometime soon. I just love the look of this. And from the moment I saw the render, I just knew this was going to be a big, big hit. And I'm absolutely 100% still believing that, because I love what they did. I love the color choices. I love that he's got that classic maniacal look to his face. Obviously, again, look at that. Just look at that. That looks absolutely fantastic. Almost has like a Joker grin to him, which I love. But I just, again, Tweeterhead, chef's kiss. I think that they absolutely nailed the Riddler, and I cannot wait to add these all to my collection. Where I'm going to put them, I don't know at this point, since I added the movie pieces. Maybe the top shelf, maybe, we'll see. But again, third scale, these all have a tremendous amount of presence to them, having a couple already in hand that I've shared with you here on the channel, and I'm going to have an opportunity to share more of those with you so you guys can see exactly what you're going to be getting in terms of these amazing statues. But this one, Clayface. If you guys saw the photo with the seatbelt in the car, like, you know how monstrous, pun intended, this is absolutely going to be. I love, this is an unpainted prototype. You know, Sideshow was very clear about that, which I think it looks great even here. So I can't wait to see it actually painted up. But there's some areas of this statue that I have actually not seen yet behind the scenes. Chad hasn't even shared that with me yet. So this was a surprise, the back. Look at how great the back is. You have all of these creatures and stuff trying to pour out of the back of him, and I just thought they didn't need to do that detail. They didn't need to go that extra mile, but they absolutely did here. And he looks, I mean, look how big he is. You have Amy standing right next to him. He's going to be monstrous. Cannot wait for these pieces added to my collection. So this one's really exciting to me too. This is Tweeterhead working with Legendary Beast Studio, Jay Sia. This was going to be our big announcement back in Thanksgiving time. We kind of promoted it, but then there was some things that they needed to work out behind the scenes to get things ready. And so we didn't get to break that here on the channel, but Sideshow, has officially broken it now. Tweeterhead doing 1/6 scale legendary beast pieces. So, you know, if you're not a bust collector and really like Tweeterhead's 6 scale, this is going to be an opportunity for you guys to really still get some amazing pieces. Obviously, these are going to be shrunk down versions. Now, I don't think that they're going to have all of the bells and whistles. They're not going to have all the extra portraits and things. They maybe might have 1 or 2, maybe, I'm not sure. But I will definitely check with Chad about that and Jay. But you can see that if you are a fan of the 3rd scale, this is a shrunk down, much more affordable version at 6 scale. Some of you might have been disappointed about, I wish it was 1/4 scale, but they felt like 1/4 scale, there wasn't much difference in terms of 1/4 scale versus the 3rd. And so that's why they decided to do the 6 scale. So I think it's a really smart move. Again, I really feel like a lot of collectors are going to be interested in something like this. And I just think it looks awesome. Obviously, I'm getting the 3rd scale Batman pieces. So the 6 scale isn't something that I'm going to be collecting, but I can absolutely see why some of you out there would be interested in these particular pieces. So far, they've announced Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman. I don't know exactly if they're going to do all of the DC characters that they do or just some of them. I will again try to find that information for you guys, and I will relay it back to you here on the channel because I'm sure some of you are going to want to know. But obviously, you know, if these do really well, if they sell really well, this is really great. And it's also a great way for legendary beasts to be sold in the United States. So it really ties everything in. You get the LBS quality sold via Tweeterhead's license through Sideshow. So it's like a giant 3-way partnership, which is exciting, okay? Now this one right here I thought was interesting. So this is the Superman Premium format. When I first saw this, I was not very wowed by it. I thought there was other ones that were announced the same week that were better. Sideshow's listening to feedback, and this was an early prototype. They just wanted to get it out. It wasn't ready yet. And so they're actually going back and retweaking the suit, they're retweaking the face, and so they're wanting to improve it to make it even better. Because a lot of times whenever people are, you know, filming movies, the companies get early access to some of the images and the costumes and stuff so they can go ahead and start working on it, right? So the toys are ready when the movie rolls out. Well, this is a great example. They had the prototype kind of early, and now what we're seeing here is still that prototype, but they're going to want to tweak it and make it even better for you guys. So I thought that was really cool. I thought it was really neat that they actually said that on the video, and you know, that's great communication. So instead of it just being like, hey, this is what we're gonna offer, guys, like it or not, again, companies are listening, which is very important in 2025, especially as a lot less people are buying. So it's really important to hit that hardcore collector with what they're wanting. I think it was awesome that they went ahead and did that. So anyway, I thought that was really cool. Obviously, this one has the crypto, which is separate. You don't buy them together, you buy them separately. So I know a lot of people have bought crypto. I don't think they're going to do anything different on crypto, but you can see it's a sculpted cape on Batman. Not Batman, sorry. I'm still in a Batman frame of mind, and Superman here. And I just think it looks good overall. I like the simpleness of the pose, but again, at the end of the day, it's going to be really exciting that they're actually updating this thing, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. So again, people are really drawn to the Superman, so I'm hoping that you know, this one does well for Sideshow. Obviously, again, a movie doing well in terms of DC, that's only going to make more collectibles available to us, the collectors that love this stuff, and so I am very excited about that, and I do think that this looks really fun. Are there other ones out there that I like better? I still like that Prime 1. I think that looks really good. But knowing that they're going to be tweaking this and making it better, A+ Sideshow. I think that's absolutely fantastic. Very, very smart. Okay, so now we're going to move on to something I was very excited about. To see these in kind of like real life conditions. Whenever we saw these on the Next Level event, I was not blown away by either one of these. I am more interested now in the Hush Catwoman. I don't love the purple. I wish that they had gone blue, but having some conversations with Johnny, their creative director, I understand why they went with the purple. You can see that it has a lot of black tone to it, and I really like the overall pose of this. I still feel like I'm still going to stick by my guns here and say I wish that they would tweak the portraits just a little bit. It had kind of an anime-y feel to it, but or maybe just not Jim Lee enough for me, but this one's really growing on me. This one probably will end up in the Batcave, probably back over here by my other Hush pieces. Again, the purple is not my favorite. I would have liked more of a blue sheen, but I don't know. I just, for whatever reason, and I've talked to some other collectors today as well that felt the exact same. They're like, Chris, I kind of think it looks better here than it did in the next level event, because it's under more like real life conditions, like a real booth. And so I'm going to tend to agree with that. I do think it looks a lot better here, and it does make me want to get her. But again, I would love to see them, maybe tweak those portraits just a little bit, because I think maybe people would be more interested. Do I think that this one's better than my Bermejo piece? I don't. I think it's still a close second, but come on, Jim Lee, I love it. So more than likely it'll end up in the Batcave, and I love that it ties in the ivy with the poison ivy vines going up the base, which again, that ties into the one behind me as well. She's back there somewhere with that cat in the briefcase signed by Jim Lee, so even cooler, right? So again, it's got the cats, it's got really cool things going on with it, but I think it's probably gonna end up in the Batcave, let's be honest. But I definitely want to know if you are going to end up if she's going to end up in your collection, okay? So anyway, I think she looks great, and it's really great that we get to see her in this presentation. Again, the next level was cool, but I don't know, just for whatever reason, I think she looks better here. We're now going to move on to the Superman. The Superman is still one that I'm not going to collect it, but I do love the light up feature. I think the base is the highlight for me, which is not necessarily a good thing, I guess. You want the statue to be the highlight, but I do again feel like it looks better here than it did in the next level presentation. And really, you can really see the lights. The lights for me is what makes it stand out. And again, like Tactical Throne in the middle is like a centerpiece. This could absolutely be a centerpiece in your DC collection or your Superman collection. The light up feature really makes it pop. Like, I've got all these blue lights in here. Could you imagine something like this with the blue lights surrounding it? I just think it would look amazing. But again, at the end of the day, I didn't love the portraits. I felt like the portraits needed to be improved. And I wasn't the only collector. A lot of collectors were saying the exact same thing. But I do really think this is a nice quarter scale. It's beautifully done. Obviously, great paint, great sculpts by Prime 1. I feel like some of the other portraits could be tweaked. The main portrait I feel like is decent, but it's just maybe not my Superman. I feel like they've done better Supermans. Like, is this one better than the Hush Superman? I don't know. But for me, it's the base. The base is really what sells it for me here. And again, being able to see it under real life conditions, I think it looks really quite outstanding. And so I am curious again what you guys think about what you felt about it the first time you saw it versus now seeing it here with the Sideshow crew. And again, we love Amy here on the channel. She's absolutely fantastic, knows her stuff better than anybody. And so it was really fun to listen to them talk about these pieces. And it's just really neat to see stuff from Prime 1 at these showcases, which means that partnership is still going strong. Obviously, you have the deluxe version here. This one's also up for pre-order at Sideshow as of today. So, if you're interested, the links are down below. They went up for pre-order, this one, and then also, like I said, the Tweeterhead Catwoman. And I forgot to mention that the Riddler is apparently going to go up next month. So August for the Riddler pre-order. So stay tuned for that. You heard it here first. And so hopefully that'll go up for pre-order on time. And I can't wait, because those busts are freaking outstanding, absolutely outstanding. So again, the Superman's cool, not for me, but I know some of you collectors out there are going to be definitely on this, and more than likely I will be on that Catwoman as well. So now we're going to switch gears and talk a little bit about Marvel. Obviously, we've seen this one before, and I still like this piece a lot. It's just massive. It's just a big head, but I think it's awesome. But look what's in the corner. This is something that we haven't seen. This is Howard the Duck, so we're going to get a chance to see that as well. But I do really like this a lot. I just don't know how many collectors are going to want this. But if you're a Marvel collector and you already have all the other Marvel statues, this is probably a no-brainer. I love the way he turned out. He's just fun, and I wish we had more like stuff like this for the DC universe. It would just be fun to have some whimsical type things in your collection that's a little different than just the everyday Batman. So I appreciate that piece. But again, Howard the Duck, that's got me intrigued, because that was a big movie. Well, it was a bad movie when I was a kid. Leah Thompson was in that, and I don't know. It's just really cool to see something different in terms of you know, just a different offering from Sideshow. So I think that's really cool. So anyway, I know my friend JWR was very excited about this. He posted on his social media. And so again, this is something different. I appreciate anytime Sideshow does something different because it, you know, just brings new excitement to the hobby. And I think that that's really important right now, to not just do the same characters over and over again. Has Howard the Duck been done? No, not very often. So this is really exciting. So I love the newspaper. I like his pose. And I don't know the price point on this. I would imagine it's probably not going to be too bad, but it's still fun. And it's considered part of the Marvel Universe, right? Cool piece. Yeah, he's just fun. Love the hat. Love the little drink. Little tail feathers in the back. That's fun. And then we also had another reveal. We got a kind of teaser earlier in the week, and this is that new Cyclops. We have another X-Men. Not only is Cyclops, but also the matching, you know, art print, painting, whatever option you go with from Sideshow Fine Art. And this one's really dynamic. It's got the laser beam shooting out of his eyes. I would imagine there's not going to be any sort of like other portrait, because how else could you do it? But this with the beam, it's really dynamic and it's really fun. And Sideshow has kind of gone back and forth over the years, doing dynamic, doing different things. But this one, this is really neat. Yeah, look at the paint, look at the colors. I can't tell if this is light up, and maybe they said it in the video. I'm assuming not, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's, I mean, they do such a great job of painting these things anymore. So yeah, that looks cool. Yeah, I love it. Just pops of color. That's another thing about being a Batman guy. You don't get a lot of color in your collection. I should have become a Marvel fan, you know, and just the Marvel statue collector and had some more color in the Batcave. Although then it would have been not the Batcave, right? Yeah, that's cool. Obviously, they've done Cyclops before. Other companies have done Cyclops. But Sideshow's given us like Beast and, you know, Cable, and like they've done some really cool pieces lately. It's really neat. And the art print's cool too, you know, and, you know, I don't know if that's something that, you know, you guys are interested in, but it's always cool with the art pieces, and it always complements the statues really well. So anyway, that is the update from today. They showed some hot toys and stuff too. So if you want to see the full video, definitely go over to Sideshow's YouTube channel. Again, great video by them. I did like the shorter presentations because I do feel like they probably helped with viewers' attention spans in 2025. If you've made it this far in the video, I can't thank you guys enough, because, you know, usually we're flip, 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 scroll, 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 doom scrolling, right? And so these long form videos, I know it's not for everybody, but thank you so very much for watching today. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys thought was your biggest hit. Obviously, the Tweeterhead bust for me, that is what I am most excited about. That Catwoman statue has my attention again. And obviously the 6-scale stuff is not my cup of tea, but I know it's really exciting that Legendary Beast is able to come now to the United States through Sideshow, through Tweeterhead. I think that's a win-win for all collectors out there that want that same sculpt, but just a little bit smaller and definitely more affordable. So let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for tuning in. Got a lot of content coming up this week for you guys, and I can't wait to talk about more geeky statue collecting news and unboxings, reviews, and all that good stuff. Thanks for being along this journey with me. I love each and every one of you. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Please like this video. It helps other people just like you find this content. And if you do want to take it one step further, please consider either joining down below or buying me a coffee down below. That does help the channel with production costs and everything else in between. So thank you guys for your help. Love you guys. See you in the Batcave. Bye, everybody. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.